Top of the afternoon to y'all. I'm at one of my accounts and I would like to share something with y'all that it might help some of you who might try to go the portable way and retire your bucket, you know. And all you guys that are working hard, some of you are slowly starting to work smarter now, as you see the value and what I've been trying to tell y'all. Yeah, it's easy to say, oh, you're a master, that's why you're moving like that. No, that's only part of it. The other part is having the right tools that's going to allow you to maximize your profit margin. And this is just what I've been showing y'all. So, you know how you go to Home Depot and they have them sprayers there? Either Home Depot or Lowe's, I forget. But they have these 1.5 liter spray bottles, 56 ounces, 1.75 liters. Oh, I didn't realize it was that big. That's almost 2 liters. All right, well, needless to say, that's not the point. The original tip that was on here, I'm gonna just show y'all. See, you gotta go to your local Lowe's or Hardware. I lost the package, so I couldn't tell you what size nut or what it's even called if you wanted to do this portable thing. I'm not keeping it to myself anymore because I just came to the conclusion I don't have the means of marketing this apparatus, nor do I have any sponsors. Somebody say I should go on Shark Tank, but I mean, it's out there. Other people's doing it, but nobody's selling it. So you would have to do it yourself. I'm trying to see if Wagtail can actually incorporate this along with their tools. Just charge y'all extra, that's all. But needless to say, it's easy to do yourself. You just go to Home Depot or Lowe's and ask them to fit. Tell them what you want to do. Show them the 5/8 or I forget what size hose that is. The standard water-fed hose. Now that may be a little tough because it's like an oddball size. So you would have to get kind of fancy. A good plumber at Lowe's would know what he needs to connect that hose. He'll just show you what to get and you just put it together. I went to Ace Hardware because they didn't have specifically what I was looking for. Surprisingly, a big store like that, right? So here's the original tip that was on here. All right, you see? This just screws on right here. This is threaded. And this was the original tip on here. If you didn't want to start going and buying certain things to work the way that I work, and you need a nozzle, you need a tip, this is an adjustable tip. It goes out into a mist or a fan. See, if you're working outside, it's a lot easier to have adjustable. I tell you why. I mean, don't get me wrong, that other nozzle is beautiful, but I find that it splashes a mist onto like the tables and the sides of the frames. I'm trying to eliminate the frames, so I wet the window a certain way to not get that problem, but I don't even have to want to worry about that. So, I mean, it's no big deal because outside it's not a challenge. You know, you could just do whatever, but I'll tell you why the adjustable is good, because when you have office work or when you're working around restaurants, you're trying to minimize your cleanup. So when you have it on mist, it might take a little longer to wet the window, but you'll have nothing to wipe down. With this tool, with this one-pass tool, you can agitate those fingerprints when necessary and clean the whole window without even wetting the sides. So that's eliminating the step and minimizing your cleanup. So that's why you would want to have an adjustable, so you're not spraying dots all over the frame. Because if you're going to do that on the inside with the Gardner spray tip, you would have to go straight down the very center of the window so you don't wet the frame up. I was just going crazy with it because I was just trying to get a good even coverage, but you really don't need a whole lot of water with this tool, like I told y'all. If you wet the center all the way down, just the center part, if you have a flow control, you can adjust the amount that's going to come out, but you don't want to have it saturated to where you're going to have to start wiping up ledges and dripping all over the floor and all that crap. So even if you just didn't even wanted to use that option on the inside, you could just switch and just spray the pad down and be fine with that. I use it on both, the inside and out. But mainly, you would want to use that outside, the spray option. All right? So what you do here is you cut, get a Dremel with one of those stone discs on there and cut that, or a hacksaw, because there's metal down in this plastic piece. It's very thin, but you gotta cut through that metal. Cut it flush. Flush, all right? As flush as you can to this bigger cap that you see right here. Cut that flush, and the size of that hole is almost the same diameter as the hole. So either take some kind of a tape, because if you use duct tape, it's going to be too fat. So I use plumber's tape, and I squeeze it in there. Well, first off, I missed a step. First off, you put glue around the plumber's tape, and then you just squeeze it in there and let it sit. I assure you, you'll be fine, and you'll be fine, and you won't have any leaks. And here's the finished product. You see where it was cut? Right there. And you got yourself a homemade nozzle. You don't have to go out and buy one. This works just fine, trust me. I do it all day. I won't steer you wrong, trust me. I got your back, y'all. All right, macka-fracka, peace, peace, peace. I got one window to do because I'm late. Old girlie didn't show up. But she was on the verge of getting fired. We got into an argument. She had me take her all the way back home, and cost me almost $100 that morning, because it was a time job and I couldn't do it. And I told her, I said I got to it the next day, but that's besides the point. If I had gotten it done when it was supposed to be done, I wouldn't have to do it the next day, and I could have put something else in its place. You see, you miss too many days, you can't get those days back at the end of the year when they ask you how much you made. You cannot get those days back, even if it rains. I mean, you lose a day. It's only 52 weeks in a year. You have too many of those days, miss. You lose a week of money that year. You feel me? You see where this is going? So every day that you can, I suggest you get out there and work. You'll regret it, man. Don't wake up and procrastinate and say, I'll do it tomorrow, man. Get out there, man. When it comes wintertime and you guys got route work like me, man, you gotta love your job, man. You better get out there, man. It ain't too cold to make money. Come on, it's all in your head, man. You know how to dress appropriate. All right, so I wanted to give a special shout out to Jarvis Davis. Jarvis has been with me for a while now. He's a young brother like myself, and a fellow tradesman like myself. And he wants to know the way of the wagologist, so I've been helping him periodically. And I'm actually going to start a Facebook group very soon. I have to get everything together, what I want this Facebook group to be about. But you're more than welcome to slide through. Me and Jarvis Davis will be moderators of this site, because he said he wants to be a part of it. So I'm gonna let him be a part of it. It's always nice to be a part of something, don't y'all think? I think so, you know. And if it can help some people out in the process, why not? But Jarvis has taken my advice, and he's going portable for the first time. Welcome to the High Mile Club, Jarvis. Welcome to Wag City, son. All day, every day. So Jarvis has been using my 2.0 solution. For those who don't know, my 1.0 solution was pine sol, distilled water, and ammonia, and Unger Easy Glide. Yes, all 4 of those products. And it got the glass crystal clear. And no, it doesn't streak the glass if you follow my ratios. But everywhere I went, every job that I got, man, that stuff is like aromatherapy. They say, oh, what are you using? It smells nice and fresh and clean in here. I said Sunwave Pine Sol, because I'm not a piney person. I don't like pine. So you think of Pine Sol, you're like, oh, that's gotta be strong. You don't put like you would think you would. You don't put that much like you would think. Just enough to scent the water. Well, now I would do it that way, but I was actually there was a reason why I put that Pine Sol in there to begin with, and that was, I was doing a residential home, and I was trying to make, because I smelled the Sunwave, and it smelled nice. Just like that stuff, Fabuloso. They got different flavors, lavender and green apple and all this other stuff. I put a dash of that in the water. And to my surprise, I realized I didn't want to put too much because I didn't know how it was going to work cleaning the windows. But it left a nice scent behind. So the little bit that I put in there, check this out. This squeegee was gliding like butter. Because guess what pine sol is? It has pine oil in it. So it's like a gliding agent. But I noticed also it got the fingerprints off real good because it's oil based. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Something that's oil based gets the oily and greasy fingerprints off better. Ammonia does too, but I'm just saying it had a nice little extra oomph to my solution. So I was using that for some months. And then I switched to my 2.0 solution, which is the full crystal and ammonia. That stuff is strong. But he's using that, and he said that with these gliding strips that he's now putting on his squeegees, thanks to my video, he's going to do all, he said now he needs more wagtails. But he said, man, this thing is a beast. It is like effortless on that window. If you ever used a one pass, man, that thing cut like butter, boy. Not parquet, butter. That's all I got to say. If you hadn't gotten one, I suggest you at least get one wagtail. If you don't have a wagtail or ever thought about it, at least get one. And I gotta tell you, once you get used to that one, you're gonna want to get some more. Trust me. That one pass, precision glide, slipstream pus, power pivot one pass, whatever it is, if it's a one pass, you can rest assured it is light, it is fast, and it is smooth, and it cuts like butter. Not parquet, butter. Marvelous. Simply marvelous, dog. But I want to take a look at what Jarvis sent me. True testimonials and more testimonials all the time. I'll be sharing them as I go along. But we're in this together. You and me. We're learning together. Stay tuned as I give you fresh ideas out of the blue. And you learn what doesn't work and what doesn't work as I experiment with different stuff. Something that maybe you didn't think of, but would like to do yourself. But this is Masters at Wagtail, and I'll see you in the next one.
Such an ecstasy, just